I was happy yesterday. She was excited about the party. They were playing in the garden. He was late for the meeting. We were at the movies last night. It was a beautiful day outside. The books were on the shelf. The children were laughing and playing. Jack was the captain of the team. The car was parked in the driveway. The flowers were blooming in the garden. She was reading a book in the park. The house was painted blue. They were singing a song together. It was raining heavily outside. The students were studying for the exam. He was driving to work. The birds were chirping in the trees. Sarah was cooking dinner for her family. The coffee was too hot to drink. The kids were running around in the playground. It was his first day at school. The baby was sleeping peacefully. The lights were flickering during the storm. The movie was entertaining and funny. The cookies were delicious. She was wearing a beautiful dress. They were discussing their travel plans. The old house was haunted. The dogs were barking loudly. He was feeling tired after a long day. The moon was shining brightly. The car's engine was making strange noises. They were playing chess in the park. She was happy with her new job. The sun was setting over the horizon. The streets were crowded with people. He was studying hard for the exam. The water was freezing cold. They were watching a scary movie. The concert was amazing. The kids were building a sand castle on the beach. She was singing a beautiful song. The dogs were chasing their tails. He was fixing the broken chair. The coffee was too bitter for my taste. They were planning a surprise party. She was feeling ill and stayed home. The tree was swaying in the wind. The students were listening to the teacher attentively. The cat was sleeping on the windowsill. They were dancing at the party. He was talking on the phone. The storm was getting stronger. The babies were giggling and laughing. She was running in the park. They were waiting for the bus. The laptop was running out of battery. He was walking his dog in the park. The room was filled with colorful balloons. They were discussing the latest news. She was baking a delicious cake. The leaves were falling from the trees. He was playing the guitar. The baby was crying loudly. They were hiking in the mountains. She was feeling better after resting. The lights were flickering due to a power outage. He was feeling nervous before the presentation. The computer was not working properly. They were laughing at a funny joke. She was painting a beautiful landscape. The cars were honking in the traffic jam. He was writing a letter to his friend. The kids were playing hide and seek. She was wearing a fancy hat. They were swimming in the pool. The clock was ticking loudly. He was fixing the leaky faucet. The birds were flying in the sky. She was singing in the choir. They were practicing for the dance competition. The train was delayed due to technical issues. He was lost in thought. The flowers were blooming after the rain. She was knitting a sweater for her brother. They were enjoying their vacation on the beach. The coffee was too hot to drink right away. He was talking to his boss about a promotion. The kids were playing with their toys. She was browsing the internet for information. They were having a picnic in the park. The car was parked in the garage. He was feeling sad after watching a sad movie. The kittens were playing with a ball of yarn. She was organizing her bookshelf. They were cooking dinner together. The sun was rising in the east. He was running a marathon. The students were listening to a guest speaker. The music was too loud at the party. They were hiking in the woods. She was feeling grateful for her friend's support. The birds were chirping early in the morning. He was playing basketball with his friends. The cake was delicious and moist. They were painting the walls of the house. The old house was haunted, according to the legend. She was wearing a stylish hat and sunglasses. The kids were playing tag in the backyard. He was waiting for his turn patiently. The movie was captivating from start to finish. They were cleaning up the mess after the party. She was reading a fascinating novel. The dogs were wagging their tails happily. The car was parked in a no parking zone. They were preparing a surprise for their parents' anniversary. He was feeling anxious before the job interview. The sun was shining brightly in the clear blue sky. She was cooking a special dinner for her family. The students were excited about the upcoming field trip. They were cycling along the scenic route. He was daydreaming during the boring lecture. The computer was displaying an error message. She was practicing yoga in the park. The flowers were blooming in various colors. They were arguing about the best restaurant to go to. He was repairing the broken bicycle. The weather was hot and humid. She was feeling sleepy after a long day at work. The children were playing with their toys indoors. They were singing Christmas carols by the fireplace. He was jogging in the early morning mist. The cookies were freshly baked and smelled delightful. She was feeling nervous before her piano recital. The river was flowing swiftly after the heavy rain. They were discussing their travel plans for the summer. He was learning to play the guitar. The sky was filled with stars on a clear night. She was waiting for her friend at the cafe. The baby was giggling and clapping her hands. They were exploring a hidden cave in the mountains. He was attending a conference on renewable energy. The house was beautifully decorated for the holidays. She was feeling proud of her achievements. The children were making sand castles at the beach. They were watching a thrilling soccer match on TV. He was feeling a sense of accomplishment after finishing the project. The lake was frozen during the winter months. She was swimming in the cool, refreshing water. The students were attentive during the science experiment. They were taking a walk in the park. He was wearing a stylish suit for the formal event. The sunflowers were swaying in the gentle breeze. She was riding her bicycle to the grocery store. The workers were constructing a new building in the city. They were laughing at a funny video online. He was playing chess with his grandfather. The leaves were turning red and gold in the autumn. She was feeling grateful for her supportive family. The children were playing with colorful balloons. They were organizing a charity event for a good cause. He was singing his favorite song in the shower. The concert was sold out within minutes. She was admiring the beautiful sunset at the beach. The waves were crashing against the shore. They were rehearsing for the school play. He was taking a nap after lunch. The old castle was full of history and mystery. She was jogging on the treadmill at the gym. The team was celebrating their victory with joy. They were chatting and laughing at the coffee shop. He was trying to fix the broken watch. The birds were building nests in the trees. She was playing hide-and-seek with her little brother. The firefighters were putting out the blazing fire. They were decorating the house for a birthday party. He was feeling homesick while traveling abroad. The movie theater was packed with enthusiastic viewers. She was studying hard for the upcoming exam. The kittens were chasing a ball of yarn. They were attending a music concert in the park. He was listening to his favorite podcast. The tulips were blooming in the spring garden. She was feeling excited about her graduation day. The workers were repairing the broken road. They were clapping and cheering at the live performance. He was enjoying a cup of hot cocoa on a cold day. The circus was entertaining with acrobats and clowns. She was daydreaming about her future adventures. The construction workers were wearing bright orange vests. They were planning a surprise party for their friend's birthday. He was feeling relieved after a stressful day at work. The butterflies were fluttering among the flowers. She was tasting the different flavors of ice cream. The athletes were competing in the sports stadium. They were hiking up a steep mountain trail. He was feeling grateful for the support of his friends. The fireworks were lighting up the night sky. She was dancing gracefully on the stage.